Great. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Psychic Zone. As you can see, Sean's not here. He has decided to take a sabbatical, and I'm hoping he'll be back in the new year. He has a few things he needs to clean off his plate. And therefore, I will read as you show up, so bear with me. If you have a question, then write it out right away, because as I go down, I'm going to look. If I don't see the question, I'm just going to pull a card. And we will go for a bit and we'll see how it is from there. So first of all, I'm going to say hello, and this is in the order that the readings will be done. If you see someone that I cannot see on the list, please let me know. Hello, Catherine, Penelope, Megan, Marie, Jeannie, Shay Shay, Mr. Khan. Hello, Rochelle, Holly. And so starting with Catherine. Hello, dear. How are you? You have the 9 of Swords. Oh, I should introduce the deck of cards I'm using tonight. I am using, let's get the Tarot de la Nuit. And Marion, my friend, sent it to me. It's actually a very nice deck. I'm in between as to whether or not it should really start with a beginner, or whether you should be a beginner, a little bit more than a beginner. Maybe you have already been doing readings for a year with tarot cards before you use these ones. So Catherine, you have the 9 of Swords, and she looks like she's in one of those, the powder. Well, maybe you don't. I'm aging myself. They used to be little makeup circles, and when you open them, they had a powder puff in them and a mirror, and you could powder your face. And the 9 of Swords represents taking time to look at the way your situation is going in life and how you want to see it. It's about making changes and knowing that you can make the changes, that you're not trapped, the lid's not down. So that means you have the opportunity to still go ahead and make changes that suit yourself. And maybe it may be too that you're a little bit alone as you do the changes, but that's okay. All right, so trust. And that's probably one of the things topic tonight is trust your instincts. I think it's always my topic. Penelope, this is an appropriate card for you. The 2 of Wands, and look at her. She has the skull in her hand. She's looking into it, and there's fire coming out of the skull, and it's saying, what direction do you want to go in? Don't burn the candle at both ends. Make sure you're taking time for yourself. And I really like the way she's dressed in black with the little white around her collar, and this there's a word. The way she is concentrating, that's not the word I want. As though she's waiting for the skull to speak to her and say, give me advice. But the truth is, we all have that advice inside of us. And if we choose to listen to it, and I'm notorious, I never listen, it is important that you follow your instincts, Penelope. Okay, Megan, hi. You have the King of Swords. And this is interesting because it's really a girl. It's not a guy, it's girl. The whole deck is really about female energy. And this is like literally looking or piercing the heart of the situation around you, trying to find out what is going on and why it's happening the way it is. And how do you change it? So if you're looking at, say, changing a job, this is the time you really look at the job. You look at the heart of the job and you say, is this job really the one I want? And if it is, what do I have to do to make this job work for me? And if it's not, then you move on from it. But of course, don't leave your job until you get another job, because, bird in hand is the old expression. But it could also be about looking at how you want to develop a relationship, or how your relationship is developing, or maybe what you need to change around it. Hello, Marie. I hope you are doing fine. And your card is the 3 of Wands. And this to me is, there isn't anything you can't handle. You, Marie, could fix your own sink if it blew a leak. But it also tells me that you have the capability of and the knowledge. And if you don't have the knowledge, you're going to go find it. And as you find it, you're going to put it into place the way that it really should be working, Marie. And to me, too, this is about adventure. This is about trying new things. It's not allowing you're standing thigh deep in water. Now, the other part of that is make sure all your hoses on your house are working properly and nothing's leaking. But it's also, water to me is cleansing, and it's about new intuitive abilities coming forward. And it's about pacing yourself, because you can't, well, you can run in water, but it's not as fast as if you're running on land. So to me, whatever's going on, it's about pacing yourself now. All right, Jeannie. Yes, I can pull a card for you and one for Brandon. How's housing and jobs look for us? Okay, so that's what I'll look at. The Nine of Pentacles for the two of you tells me that things are slowly moving on. It may be into the winter months or even into the spring before the housing and the job market begin to change. But it is turning, like that circle behind her, it is turning. So things are beginning to turn or move and shift into the way you want them. But the truth of the matter is, you're the person that has to make it happen. You can't just sit there and say, okay, I want this to happen, but not put out resume, not go job hunt or house hunting. It is important that you put into motion what you're after. Now, Jeannie, because it's for the two of you, I want to pull another one. This could also be all the way until April. So it may take 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, or till April. I hate to think it's going to take you 4 years to actually put into motion searching for the house and a new job. So I would say time to get into motion, time to put the wheels into a circular way as though you're getting ready to grind wheat, and take it from there. Shay. Oh, Shay, you have the Three of Swords. And this is normally heartache. It's trying to make a decision around heartache. And because it feels like your heart is literally bursting out of your chest, I would say that maybe this is a relationship issue, and it's time to let go whatever is making you sad. And it's time to look at it and put it into a perspective that if it's done, it's done. Time to move into the future and start to look for something that is bringing you joy and happiness. Okay. Heartache's a weird thing, because when I pull the card for heartache, the thing is, heartache can be caused by anything. It could even be caused by what you're eating. So I would say, really important, look at your diet. Look at what emotionally is keeping you captive and whether it's important enough to hold on to it. And if it's not, let it go. And if you need to, change your diet. Mr. Khan, you have the Seven of Wands, and this is about work, and these are the challenges around you. And it's about moving forward and knowing that you're going to have victory around new opportunities and changes. And it's also about taking time for yourself to make sure you're regenerating yourself, that you're looking after your own internal energy, your soul. So if that's by prayer or by meditation, making sure you do it. And to talk to the universe about bringing towards you the things that need to be into your life. There are a few boxes that still need to be changed or emptied or changed out or something, like going to different rooms. And it's weird because I see you empty boxes, but then I'm seeing you pack boxes. So I don't know if you're helping someone move as well. Yeah, at which point, be careful. All right. So, Rochelle. Hi, honey. You have a question, if you don't mind. My husband had money stolen out of his wallet. Do you see who it is? Rochelle, strange as it may sound, I think it's your husband. I don't necessarily think it got stolen. I think he left it somewhere, like he put it, not the wallet, but the money. I think he put it down somewhere and it fell between something. I see a man's hand. That is why I'm saying I think it's your husband. I think he put the money down, like he pulled it out, put it down, and it fell. That's what it's feeling like to me, Rochelle. But it is a man's hand. It's not a child's hand. It's a man's hand. Well, hello, Holly. Darcy, could you please pull a card for me, and do I have any? Okay, you're getting one or the other. If you want a message from your brother, I would tell you that that's how it's going to go. He says that life is a bowl of Jell-O. If you shake it right, it begins to jiggle. Okay. But the interesting part that you can actually, if you make Jell-O in such a way that it's strong enough, you can stack it and make layers of it. I also get the impression he's saying put a shot of vodka into the Jell-O. Might do some wonders. So I'm sort of thinking to relax a little, that you need to have more centered space, or a centered space. Okay, just a minute. Let me figure out what he's talking about. You know how you have a place where you can go and it's just you, like the man cave or the women's hobby room now? It's like you need that space where you can take time to be by yourself and to look after yourself. And then he mentions the word bowl. And I don't know if I'm supposed to look at it as an animal, as a reference to like in that's bowl. But I'm going to leave that with you, Holly, because I think you know what he's talking about when he says it. Hello, Tanya. How are you? And now I'm just going to go down again. Hello, Tanya, Alana, Cheyenne, and Vicky. So just in that order, Tanya, ooh, Knight of Pentacles. This strikes me, and it is a man. Okay, surprise. First of all, watch your money. Pay attention to where you're putting it. And when I say that, I mean if you're putting it into Bitcoin, do you know how you're going to get it out if it goes up? So pay attention. The other portion of this normally recommends a relationship. Okay, but it could be like a discussion between you and someone you're already in a relationship with. And there's a little bit of a burning in the background, but I don't think that's burning. There's that old saying, red in the morning, sailor's warning, red at night, sailor's delight. And I think that's what this color is, that maybe you're supposed to be enjoying the nights, like making sure you take time, relax as well. But I also keep hearing that you're talking to someone. I think his name starts with an M, like in Mike, but it doesn't have to be that name, that you're talking to him. And it's really a need to pay attention to what he's saying, because sometimes people say things to us and it's like that aha moment. And so maybe there's something he's going to say that actually gives you that aha moment that you're able to address. All right, Alana. Yes, Ten of Swords. Look at this. See how they're laying in a lake, a pond, whichever way it is. Stop moving hand. And it's just relaxed. We're not struggling. We're not drowning. We're taking the time to regenerate. Think of those, what are they called? Float rooms. Maybe it's time that you went for a float and had all the excess noise taken away from you, so you can concentrate on what you would like to see in your life and that you can move forward with it. All right. So time to unplug from the network, from your cell phone, and just float and listen to the information being presented to you from spirit or from your own imagination, because it seems to be important that you listen. All right, so Ashley's in the background and she is keeping care of any guppies. So she sees anyone, she will sap them as soon as she sees them. So thank you, Ashley. And Cheyenne, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is normally about new opportunities, new beginnings, but it's also, this is the artist inside of you that you really need to listen to, the direction of either going into music or drawing or painting. And this really sings loudly to me about art, about the creativity around you, and that you really need to listen. Like, I feel like you've got a guide, a grandma, or great grandma, great great grandma on the other side, who is trying to help you fine tune what it is you do in life. And that's also about education. So, new chance to look at going for some educational classes. Hello, Vicky. How are you? Wow, like this card. Vicky, this is the King of Cups, and this is all about your emotions. And it's about that feeling of being connected to another person, the joy of the simple touch of having someone come up, put their hand on your shoulder. And this is a way of expressing yourself. I'm not saying walk around half naked, but he can. And this is about really knowing that when you look at yourself, you're not judging yourself by how others see you. You're judging yourself by how you see yourself. And that you're also supposed to be kind to yourself with this card. Sorry. You are really a beautiful person. And I think sometimes you doubt it. And so to me, that card says, be kind, be gentle, view yourself in such a gentle way that you're viewing yourself as though you're talking to a child. Okay. Kristen. Okay, so that's how it works, Vicky. I pull a card for future reference. If you come on, if you have a question, write your question out ahead of time in the chat so that when I come down to your name, I can see it. And that literally means when you come on, write your question in, because by the time we come down the chat, I may have already talked to you and missed your question. All right, Kristen, hi. Everything is well. Beautiful day, beautiful night. Kristen, this is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is walking towards your destiny. Even though it looks like she's walking away, she's still looking back. And this is knowing with confidence as you move forward, you're moving to where you need to be. And that the colors all around you, especially the pink and the purple, or to me, are healing colors, but they're also intuitive colors. They're passion colors. They're artistic colors. So maybe too, for you, maybe there's something creative that you need to look at that you've been neglecting, and it's time to open that door and allow it to come through. Marie, you are welcome, and I hope you have a fantastic evening as well. Hello, Melissa. Oh, should you take the offer of a new job in another state? I'd have it in writing. It would have to be worth the move for you to be able to take it. And it's going to be a bit of a challenge if you do take it, just so you know. But the thing, there is light shone on it. So I would say investigate the job a little bit more before you determine if you're going to take it. Everything says you've already made up your mind. Okay. And I am the first one to say, trust your instincts. Now, if you take it in another state, that means you have to move and everything. If you could actually still do it from where you are, that would be perfect. So I'm going to say, take a look at it, investigate, make sure it's going to pay, it's going to be worth the financial risk of leaving where you are now and moving into a new place. I'm not seeing a problem. So, leaning towards the fact that I believe you've already decided, I thought you were going to say yes, but I hear someone in here saying to me that you've already said no. So then why are you asking? Okay. So trust your instincts, Melissa. I could tell you yes, but unless you really believe this is the job for you, trust yourself. Okay. Is it Elia? Hi. I have for you the Eight of Swords, and this is slow down. Pace yourself. Look at recouping energy around yourself. Actually, looking at your picture and this girl, you guys almost look alike. And this is also about take time to dream. And I think I mean it in two ways. Metaphorically, take time to dream so that you can look to your future. And then on an actual astral plane, taking time to dream. So to me, then if I'm talking about astral planes, that means that you're intuitive. You should be able to astral travel. And maybe during that time, you'll see something that you've been looking for, but afraid to reach out to. So be open to knowledge that is laid dormant inside of you, that all you need to do is on the door and it will open and allow you to see what you're searching for inside your life. Well, I'm glad I was bang on, Shay Shay, and you're very much welcome. Hello, Gloria. Oh, Mr. Khan, you're renting a house in Chilliwack now. Wow. Well, that was interesting. Congratulations on being able to rent it out. And I take it you're renting a place in Surrey now. Gloria, for you, I have the star. And the star is about hidden dreams, but it's also about balancing your hormones. Whether you've already gone past menopause, you're in menopause or perimenopause, this is about balancing your hormones. This is about balancing yourself. It's also about trusting the universe. But it's also, for me, it's the search of the unknown that can be exciting. At least I think it can. And it can be terrifying at the same time, but you've got to be willing to try it. So I think it's really important that you branch out a little bit, Gloria, and you give the unknown a little try. Rochelle, okay. You're welcome. Jeannie, you're welcome. And hopefully winter over spring for life to settle a bit. Yes, I am hoping that by the time winter is done, that we're in a better position in the spring. Okay, Vicky. I'm glad you're good and you're welcome. And Cheyenne, you are welcome, dear, very much. Christy, and I have a fruit fly in front of me. So if you see me go cross-eyed, that's why. Hello, Christy. Wow, Christy, you have the death card. Isn't she beautiful? This is, as we all know, new starts, new beginnings, being pulled in different directions, wandering with a decision or sitting with a decision that you need to make. And I hear yes, yes, no. That's the way the decision seems to be going. Yes, yes, no. And it's also very much the beauty inside actually shining out for everyone to see. And I really like this death card. I think it's probably one of the most beautiful ones I've seen yet. It reminds me of the Day of the Dead from Mexico when they decorate and everything. It's just an awesome card. You are welcome, Kristen. Melissa, you're welcome. Hello, Jody. You would like a card. Okay, I can do that. Well, I don't know if I've seen you before, Jody. And we have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is about decision. And it could also be letting go, abandoning your rigid self and becoming more relaxed. But the Two of Swords is also about not listen, or when you make your decision, you make it through the heart, the soul, the brain. You don't make it through what you visually can see. So closing your eyes and listening to the tune inside of you, the vibration that takes you in the direction you want to go, is really important for you. All right. Leah, you're welcome. Amir, Lisa. And so let us take Amir first. Amir, you have the Four of Pentacles, and this is normally hoarding. It's hoarding your money. If you're afraid someone's going to steal from you, this means to hoard it, to put it away where you know it is safe. My instincts say because the windows are wide open, the moon's shining in, you can see into the forest, I don't think your friend would intentionally steal from you. But nope, I don't think your friend would intentionally steal from you. So that is the answer to your question. All right, Lisa. Wow, look at this. The Queen of Wands. Look at those beautiful colors and how pure the energy is around her. And this to me is all about love. The love of the people around you, the love of family, the people you love. And that's what that card says, is rejoice with the love that surrounds you. That is what I would say. Plus, whatever decision you're making, it looks like a good one. Well, Jody, I hope you come back, and maybe next time, and who knows, your father-in-law who just passed may show up. I don't hear anything yet, but let's see what happens. Hello, Audrey and Sherry and Amir, you're welcome. So, Audrey, you have the Hanged Man. Okay, and this literally means stop, don't move, look around, feel spirit who surrounds you, know that you are loved. I want to say you've got a brother or a mother or grandmother on the other side, because does anyone recognize, I want to say like a George, Joe, Joseph, John, James, Jim, and I know we have a brother on this other side, James, Jim. But the JG sound, Gordon, Jerry, preferably dead. Okay. But Audrey, really, you are so loved. And if you take the time to be patient with yourself and allow universe to guide you, you're going to do well. Sometimes we're in such a rush to get through a day that the day happens and we don't even know what occurred in front of us. So just take your time. Sherry. Okay, so Audrey, he is around you. Anyone else who knows any of those names, just let me know. I'll say the name and tell me what relationship. So Audrey, I would tell you that your great grandpa, he's showing me the earth, and he says that everything good comes from what we plant. All right, keep that in mind. And I'm not just talking about what we plant in the earth. I'm talking about how we plan or plant our life. Sherry, back to you, honey. Sherry, you have the Six of Wands, and this is celebration. It's normally a wedding, the intuitive ability all around you. I love the purple. It's all about royalty, and maybe you should be treated a little like royalty. I can't do it. Royalty at times. Sorry, tongue-tied. It's that time of night. And this is really important for you to understand that when we have abilities around ourselves, that sometimes we don't want to pay attention to them. And so if you do find feathers or coins inside your house, I'm telling you, you've got someone who's visiting you and just wants to say hello and let you know you're loved. All right. You are welcome, Holly. So Jody, my husband's grandfather's name was John, his Irish, a beautiful man. Well, that would explain the feel of, it may sound crazy, but I felt like I had a pot of gold beside me and I wanted to play with it. So, you know, the rainbow, the leprechaun, the gold, that would all fall into place. And you know what? I think your husband is very much like his grandfather, which means he's got a kind soul. Sometimes one of these two men tend to drink a little too much, or did drink a little too much. And I'm going to say that it's love that helps them get to the side they want to be on. Well, everyone, thank you so much. Sean was supposed to be on with me tonight, but he has decided to do a sabbatical. There's a few things in his life he wants to clean up. And he should be back hopefully in the new year. And if not, you will always have me on here Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And Penelope is next week, Wednesday, with me. In actual fact, Penelope and I get to spend some of the weekend together. She is going house hunting with me in Edmonton and outside of Edmonton. So it should be, fruit fly, it should be a very interesting weekend. Well, everyone, thank you. That's amazing. Yes, John loved rum, and my husband is a man like his grandfather. Well, you are a lucky person. Everyone, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at 6:30. Penelope will be here with me. And, have a fantastic weekend. And as usual, may love, joy, peace, and happiness find you all in mysterious ways. Blessed be everyone. Good night.